Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today, we are checking out a brand new brand, not only to the market, but to myself as well. Yes, this is Don Rico Tequila. Don Rico Tequila. Ay que rico is their tagline. Check them out on their website, ayquerico.com, right? Or just Google Don Rico Tequila and you'll see we got the entire lineup, little bottles for you today, some sample bottles. Still excited because regardless of the size of the bottles, the flavor is going to be the same. So super excited, bringing you the Blanco, Repo, and Añejo. Going to do a cross flight and really share some of those smells and tastes. You know how we do here, for sure. One shot, one take, right? And really going to go through this. So going to give you some history of the brand, where it comes from, what it is, why Don Rico, and then even just going through some of the tastes. They start off with the Blanco. These vertical flights are amazing because you end up getting the brand, right? And with these vertical flights going from the Blanco to Reposado to Añejo, right? Bottom, middle, top, vertical. You're really getting to see how the expression grows and changes through aging. So when a brand ages their tequila, they always start with the Blanco. So if that Reposado Añejo ends up tasting good, the Blanco is probably going to be pretty solid. On the flip side, if your Blanco's trash, everything else is going to be hot garbage too, right? So that's why myself, my favorite expressions absolutely are Blancos. Why? Because it's the expression that's going to give you the most agave flavor. First and foremost, tequila should taste like agave, and your Blancos should absolutely taste like agaves. Me, personally, love agave bombs. The more agave, the better. What ends up happening is they take that solid agave product, and then they end up aging it to create those reposados, añejos, and even extra añejos, right? So gonna break this down, show you, and I appreciate you being on this journey with us, right? Don Rico Tequila. So to begin, Rico Olivo was introduced to the world of 100% agave tequila in 2008 when he became general counsel of a national tequila brand. Rick grew a new appreciation and love for this sweet elixir from Mexico and set out to learn as much as possible in the years that followed. So just kind of like you, if you are here right now with us, you're probably on your own journey of learning more about tequila, right? Agave spirits. Great. Thank you. Also, if you have not done so already, please, let's not drop a bottle. Hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, right? Had to get the plug. However, to continue, Rick ended up, his journey included many trips to Jalisco, hundreds of tequila tastings, and new friendships in the industry that guided him towards a new vision to share his life-changing experience with the world. So together with family and friends, they developed a small batch traditional tequila, Don Rico Tequila, that symbolizes friendships and creates lasting memories. How do I know all this? Well, I am just a fluent reader, reading directly from the website. Yes, they actually have the story of the brand, so that is where I'm reading from. Got my computer next to me. But super cool. Hey, man, somebody fell in love with tequila. Great. They actually then started really realizing, hey, what makes a truly great tequila? And, they ended up making their own brand to share with family and friends. Definitely sounds like he has some world experience, and that world experience then eventually landed him in Mexico, right? And then he really decided, hey, I love tequila. How about I make a brand, but a brand that's actually pretty good, pretty decent, traditional, right? So we shall see. All of these are sealed, completely sealed. I have no idea what they taste like. This is a brand new brand to me. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what it tastes like for sure. So there is a lot more in this story, and it really goes through. I'm not going to talk your ear off. You can read that yourself. So taking a look at the product, again, we got the Blanco, the Repo, the Añejo. We are about to open all three of these bad boys up. I do truly appreciate you being here with us. Looking at this, these are all coming out of NOM 1608 1608, right? And all of them 100% agave. The only difference is the label on the front. This one's like kind of silver. This one's kind of gold, looking right there. And the Añejo is really dark. It's like kind of like a bronze off camera. It's like that gold and the silver mixed together. So really, really, really looking forward to trying all of this. It sounds good on the website. And we shall see. So what I'm going to do is actually open all of these. Does it have a pull tab? I mean, I do have my handy dandy knife here just to kind of open the bottle and not my hand. Almost cut it there. And just kind of get this off. Man, that is really stuck on there. You guys know if you do subscribe to the channel, I love doing one shots, one takes. So you just know truly how real and authentic this actually is. No nonsense here. And that is why you follow us. I do appreciate you. So let me get this off. I got the Blanco off. These are really stuck on there. Jeez. This is kind of coming off with the plastic. There we go. Oh, man. And last but not least, the Añejo. I am about to pour these out. If you have tried this brand, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you have not, let me know. Why not? Have you never seen it? Is it something brand new to you? Have you seen it but just decided not to pick it up because you're waiting for a review? Well, here it is, all right? So let your bottles unscrew. These are just kind of little sample bottles, so there is no big giant toppers, right? So I am just going to pour the... Oh, my God. Wait, look at that. It has... Let me get that in focus. It has like a bottle stop. I went to go pour it and nothing came out. It looks like I got to pop that. Let me get that into focus. Yeah, I got to pop that top off. So let your bottles pop. This is like really fortified. All right. Oh, I almost knocked my other glass over. This is it's like a little plastic kind of topper thing. All right, well, I got that out. And pouring out this Blanco. Oh, yeah. Also, please let us know in a flight like this, what is your favorite expression? If you do follow the channel, you will know. Unfortunately, reposados, not our least favorite expression. I am a huge fan of Blancos. I just love agave bombs, the taste of agave. And then on the other end of the spectrum, extra añejos. I just really love to see what aging, even blending can do to that Blanco and really where it can take it and how that wood truly imparts those flavors. It's just like the two ends of the spectrum, right? I really do love that. So I have all three of these finally poured out. You can see them on camera. Definitely very contrasting color. That Añejo is a really dark Añejo. That really is pretty dark. Let me get that into camera shot right up front and center. You know what? Let me bring all of these up front and center and right there. So we can compare the color across. You can't really see it on camera too much because of that white background. But the Reposado is light. It's definitely lighter. It's not a really dark Reposado, but that Añejo is definitely dark. That is definitely dark and pretty sticky as well. That's really... now it's going. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely smelling some agave. The studio right now is filled with agave. Let's take a look at this Blanco. Again, the foundation of all their tequilas. And they're saying it's a balanced taste with aroma of cooked agave, hints of citrus herbs, mint, anise, and pepper. Not a huge fan of anise, but when done right, it can complement. This Blanco does not stick around at all. You can see it just dissipating so quickly, right? But taking a sniff, okay. Definitely a lot of agave on there, but it is being mixed with ethanol. Was not expecting that much alcohol on there, but you're definitely getting agave first and foremost. Um, Herbal, more herbal to me than citrus. Definitely more herbal than citrus, this Blanco. But there is, I can get the citrus. It's more of like a rind instead of the juice. It's more of the, like an orange rind. And, okay, the mint. If I'm thinking of mint while I'm smelling, I could get a little mint, but there is some pepper. Uh, Definitely some anise as well. That's kind of where the mint comes in. I don't know if anybody here, maybe you smoke hookah or not, but a very popular flavor of hookah shisha is called double apple. And double apple is really kind of like a minty anise flavor. And I think that's then, I don't even think it's the ethanol. It's more of like that double apple flavor and agave. That's that's wild. And it's just amazing how the brain works. Smell is your number one sense of memory. Read it, Google it, all right? Your smell is so ingrained into memory of smell, vice versa, that yeah, as I'm smelling this, like, and maybe it's kind of because that ethanol is dissipating, I'm getting like a double apple hookah shisha smell mixed with agave. That is so interesting, so interesting. Let's do a sniff of the Reposado. Taking a look at the Repo. This right here has been aged for 3 months in whiskey oak barrels. All right. So we got whiskey oak barrels. Taking a look at the legs and tiers, you can see it right here. That's way stickier, way stickier. That's really not moving compared to that Blanco for sure. But taking a sniff of this 3-month aged Reposado, you're definitely getting some agave on there, which is great. There's still agave. You're getting oak for sure. You're definitely getting some of that wood. But kind of like the Blanco, there is a bit of ethanol on there. But it might just be, again, back to like the anise and double apple flavor, smell, I should say, right? And I'm wondering really how that will turn in and affect the flavor. But still a lot of agave and definitely oak, some vanilla on there for sure. And still slightly herbal. That's interesting. Slightly herbal. Let me go back to that Blanco. Let me see. Yeah. See, that is opening up, but it's more of that anise double apple flavor now more than ethanol, which is good. That's a good thing. You know, I don't like a lot of ethanol on my tequilas, all right? Let me move this Añejo out of the way, and let's take a sniff of this. So looking at the Añejo right now this is what I'm really, whoops, let me get that in shot. This is what I'm really excited for. You don't really see, it's sticky, but it's kind of, looks like it's moving a little bit quicker than the Reposado. But the Añejo, you can tell that's dark. That's a dark Añejo. Oh, that smells good. Oh, yeah, that smells good. Don Rico. Ay, que rico, right? This is first aged in bourbon oak barrels for 3 months, right? So they take that bourbon oak barrel, and that's interesting because a Reposado is aged in whiskey oak barrels for 3 months. The Añejo is aged in bourbon oak barrels for 3 months. You're definitely smelling some of that bourbon on there for sure. But then they transfer it to French oak wine barrels for 10 months. So this is a 13-month Añejo, if I'm doing my math right? 3 months in bourbon oak, 10 months in French oak wine barrels. And, just a smell on that. The agave is definitely getting lost compared to the Blanco and the Reposado. But, oh yeah, it's just more like more caramel, vanilla, wood. You're definitely getting a lot of that wood. There are hints of cooked agave now. This is more of like that fresh, raw, herbal field agave. This is more of of a real like cooked agave. If you've ever had cooked agave, oh my gosh, super delicious. Kind of tastes like molasses, yam, and sugarcane. All three had a baby, and then you chew on it. Oh, it's an explosion of flavor. I Yeah, definitely some agave, some cooked agave on there, but more caramel and oak. Definitely oak. That bourbon, you can smell a little bit of the wine. I'd be curious. French oak wine. What type of wine was in there? And that citrus. I think the citrus is more coming through here. Definitely a little bit more citrus here. The reposado. Let me just take one more sniff. Oh yeah. Smell wise, oh, that's killer. And you know, reposados are all usually our least favorite. So far, the smell on that, oh, that's killer. I'm really digging a reposado. And the Blanco, that's interesting. As it opens up, it's kind of got, it went slightly cheesy, even like a raicilla itch. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, that's a tough one. Just smell, and this is why I love doing vertical flights. Because again, what's in here, this añejo is this Blanco. It's just been aged for 13 months in different barrels. What's in here, this Reposado, is this Blanco. It's just been aged for 3 months in different barrels, right? So even too, the flavors and smell on these are completely different, even though they are the same Blanco. They have different barrels that they use, and they had different amount of time that they use. And especially this añejo is that blend, right? That 3 month blend and then that 10 month blend. Really, really, really interesting. So I'm done talking about the smells. Overall, I don't know, that Reposado really got me the most. But we will start, of course, in any vertical flight with our Blanco. And cheers, all right? Please, again, if you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right, let's take a sip. Cheers. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay. It's so interesting. When you take a taste of tequila, highly, highly, highly recommend you guys to taste it out of a Rido glass. These tequila glasses, I mean, I even do my seltzers in these glasses. Amazing, amazing, amazing glasses. Anybody worth their salt, they're doing a tasting, they are giving you this glass, all right? They try to give you something different. See if you can request one of these. But it's just the way it truly enhances the smell and flavor. It's physically designed for tequilas, the long stem, stuff like that, and really concentrating those flavors into your nose, right? But I say all that because even looking at it, you see how it dissipates so quick as I swirl it around, and it just kind of washes away, right? In my mouth, as I tasted it, I can tell and feel that it goes away quickly. The flavor, right? Let me take another sip. Okay, you're definitely getting agave on there. And it is more of a herbal kind of agave with that, like everything that I was smelling, kind of like that double apple anise kind of herby minty kind of flavor. The ethanol is not there, which is great. You're definitely getting some black pepper as well, but the taste doesn't linger around. As soon as you drink it, it's like, all right, here I am, explosion of flavor, and then it's gone. You saw that in the glass. You saw that that liquid did not stick around. That transferred to my mouth. It was there, front and center, gone. I love my Blancos, to be able to stick around for a little bit, be a little bit more meatier, right? This has great flavor, but it went away very quickly. Looking at this Reposado, let's take a look at the Repo, right? The Reposado, you can see those lines, it is sticking around more. I'm hoping that that's going to transfer to a more meatier mouthfeel, right? It's going to stick around in my mouth for a little bit. Taking that smell again, oh yeah. Now the smell on this for sure. The Reposado, such a beautiful balance of agave and oak. Oh, I'm digging that. Let's take a sip. Cheers. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Oh, yeah. You could tell Reposado's definitely been rested. You're still getting the agave, which is great. Sometimes reposados, they overdo it with the wood, and it's really peppery, really fiery, even though it's supposed to be rested. But this, it definitely has a nice, smooth, like silkiness to it, right? Let me take another sip. Mm-mm-mm. Definitely, what you're smelling in the cup, you are getting here. You're getting more of a refined agave. It is a little bit more cooked, right? You are getting that oak. But what's interesting, again, kind of like the Blanco, the flavor just goes away quickly. Flavor's there, explosion in your mouth, great flavor, but doesn't really last. Even as I'm talking, there's some brands where as you're talking, you're tasting it for quite some time. That taste lingers on the tongue. This, it went away. It went away very quickly. The flavor's great, but it went away very quickly. All right. Last but not least, let's check this Añejo. Taking a look at the legs and tears. This as well, just kind of, it sticks around, but it goes away slightly quicker than I would prefer. Kind of like with the Blanco and Repo, but let's see. All right, really dark, 13-month Añejo, two different barrels. The smell on that, oh yeah, oh, I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. I think the Repo's my favorite, but the Añejo, if I had to choose, second favorite, for sure, for sure, for sure. Let's take a sip. Cheers. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, okay. Mm. My whiskey drinkers, you're this one's for you. Definitely wood. You are getting a lot of wood on there. Remember, they are using those two different barrels, double cask. This is 3 months in, 3 months in bourbon oak barrels, and then 10 months in French oak wine barrels. You're definitely getting a lot of oak on this. There's a lot of oak. For me personally, let me take another sip. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, for me, the agave it's almost lost. It's there. It's there in the back. Um, and it's more of the cooked agave, right? But that oak on this is really overpowering. If you are a whiskey drinker, for sure, even some rye like this, it's got a little pepper bite to it, got a little smokiness to it, even as well. That is interesting. But you are definitely getting a lot of that wood on there, and you can see this is a really dark añejo. I mean, compared to that reposado, let me get it even out of the background. You are getting a really dark añejo compared to that reposado, right? But overall, I mean, again, flavor-wise, great. This one is sticking around way more than these two. Even as I'm talking right now, I am still getting the oak. I'm definitely getting it's it is. It's like that cooked agave, and even like a tiny, like hints of citrus, like a tiny squeeze or dash of like lime zest on there, grapefruit zest. That is interesting. That is interesting. But overall, that caramel is shining through as well. A little bit of vanilla. They do share and say that they are additive free, and I'm not tasting anything onto this that really is like artificial, right? It does taste like really the wood itself is really impacting the flavors. The agaves that they're using are really impacting the flavors, and that's what a tequila should be. And reading the story and listening to it earlier, that's what Don Rico set out to do. Create a really delicious tequila, traditionally made, that they can share with friends and family, and it tastes delicious. So what I'm going to do overall, just as a final thought. You know, we don't rate anything here on Agave Talk. We just give you the notes, the smells, the taste, and we let you decide, right? But whenever we do vertical flights, I do like to just say, you know, which one do I prefer the most? So I'm going to do that with all three here. And we're going to start Blanco, Repo, Añejo, and just kind of go straight through. Here's the Blanco. Okay. Ooh, it's kind of opening up that agave on there. I'm digging that. God, I wish the flavor stayed around a little longer. Repo. Okay. And the Añejo. All right. Oof, man. This is tough. Overall, you know, normally reposados are not my favorite, but man, in this case, I think Don Rico, like, I'm thinking of reposado. I think it's just such a nice balance. Like, again, they are using different barrels, but it's the same Blanco. And I think just the Blanco itself, even though it has good flavor, it's not sticking around really great. It's like, okay, explosion, then it's done. Whereas then the Añejo on the other extreme, it's really like wood, like you're getting a lot of wood. And I think and feel the Reposado, for my taste buds, it's kind of a real nice balance and marriage of the two. All right. So if I had to choose, absolutely pick a winner in this instance, I think I'm going to Reposado. It's rare. That's rare for sure. But nah, man, I'm thinking of Repo. But overall, really, the entire lineup, the entire brand, I'm digging it, man. They did such a good job. Don Rico, for sure. Shout out, salud. Again, NOM1608. Overall, pretty solid. If you do ever see a bottle, I would say pick it up, try it out. This is absolutely a solid offering. And, you know, I could recommend this. So if you do and you are curious, you do see it, pick it up for sure. And would love to hear your comments down below. All right. So with that being said, thank you for being here with us. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. Take care, everybody, and cheers.